Hello everyone, in this video I will teach you how to create such animations using Sora AI. So in this video we are going to use a new platform called Key.ai to basically use the new Sora 2 at a cheaper price. So Key.ai is basically a marketplace for different models, and basically if you want to use their Sora 2 model you can pay 1.5 cents per second, but if you're using OpenAI to do that you're paying 10 times more than that. And this is the same when it comes to other basically marketplaces. So the cheapest option available is Key.ai, and Key.ai is basically a marketplace. So if I go to their API market, you can see that they have different models available. They have Veo 3.1, they have of course the Sora models, and once you create your account you can actually come here and you can grab your API key, which we're going to use in this video to basically create our workflows. Okay, now that I'm on n8n, I want to show you the workflows I've built. And if you want to get these workflows, you can get them for free by joining my Discord channel, linked in the description. So there are multiple ways we can use Sora. We can basically turn image to video, we can do cameos, we can do text to video, we can do text to video with prompting, and there are many other ways we can use it. And I'm going to start with the image to video option. So as you can see here, the first thing we need to have is an image URL, and basically the image you provide in n8n should be available online. So I'm just going to copy this one so we can see what we have. And as you can see, this is like a curl cream, and basically I want to create a TikTok style video where someone is promoting these basically products. And if I click on this prompt, I'm asking for a realistic UGC style. UGC stands for user generated content video of a young woman with curly hair sitting in her car recording a selfie style video of herself holding the product, which is in the source image. So basically a normal TikTok video, and this is especially useful because you can use it in your e-commerce advertisements, or you can provide this service to other businesses. So a great tool. And this is our prompt, and the next step is to send this prompt to Key.ai. And in order to do that, we are going to use a HTTP request. And if you want to get HTTP request, just click on this plus sign and search for HTTP request and just grab the module. I've already done that, so I'm not going to redo it. But so we have our HTTP request here. The method should be post, and the following is our URL. And also we need to set up our authentication. So usually the authentication is none, but we want to choose generic credential. And after we have done that, we want to use header authentication, because there are a lot of authentications we can use, but I'm going to use header authentication. And then we need to create our credential, and in order to do that we just provide the name of the credential, which should always be authorization. And then we're going to provide the value, and the value should be basically bearer plus whatever your API key is. So just paste your API key here. Of course I'm not going to do that because I've already have inputted my basically API key, but the next step is to wait, because once we send our prompt to Key.ai, it's going to take it some time to generate the video for us. But right now we are using a workflow, so we want to know when basically the generation is complete, so we can move on with the workflow. And one way we can do that is through using an HTTP request again, and this time we are going to use the get method. And again we are going to provide this URL and the same set of credentials. And here basically we are grabbing a query parameter, and the query parameter is called the task ID. And basically we want to grab the task ID, and based on the task ID we can tell whether the status, the state of the video is still generating, or is it a success. And if it's a success, then we can move on with the workflow, and we can get the link to our video right here. So with that being said, let's try out our first workflow to see how it works. Okay, as you can see, we are waiting to see whether we have the URL. And as you can see, we are just looping back and forth. And when it's ready, we are just going to get the URL here. Okay, so we got our first video, and let's see what we got.
I absolutely love this curl cream. It keeps my hair bouncy, curly, and lightweight all day long. You guys have to try it.
As you can see, it's pretty realistic, but one problem it has is the fact that it's kind of a slow, and I guess it's something you can basically fix using prompting. So in your prompt you can just say make it faster. And I would say the other problem I have noticed is the fact that the product picture appears at the beginning of the video, and this is something that you can easily fix yourself. So you need to do some video editing. And also one thing I like about this basic video is the fact that the product is so realistic. You can tell that we even have the texts right, we have this top right, everything is right, and I really like this feature, and I think it's something you can potentially sell to your customers. So the next workflow I want to try out is the text to video workflow, and in this case we basically provide a prompt, and this is basically our prompt, and then basically ask an AI agent to enrich this prompt, because prompting is very important when you are working with these AI tools, and just providing a random prompt, a random short prompt might not do the work for you. So for instance, in this video, the prompt is very short, right? It's just about a professor who stands in front of the class and he just talks about key AI. But we need to make it more elaborate, and we can do that basically using this AI agent. So I've provided some instructions to this AI agent. I've basically asked it to add some features to our prompt and make it more detailed so that we are going to get a better result. And you can do this manually, and I would potentially recommend you to do this manually so you can have more control, but you can easily enrich your basically prompts using this AI agents tool. So the AI agent is going to enrich the prompt, and it's going to then send this prompt to Sora. And again, we are doing the authentication here, and something I did not mention for the previous workflow is this JSON body here. So if I expand this, we are basically explaining our model here. We are basically providing our prompt here. We are basically asking to have a landscape ratio, and in the previous workflow, because it was a TikTok video, we asked for a portrait landscape, and then we are just asking it to remove the watermarks for us. So that's it for the JSON body and the HTTP request. Then we wait, and then we basically get the video, and we are still doing the same thing. We are getting the task ID, and based on the task ID, we are checking the status of our generation, and then we are going to get the link here. So I'm just going to run this one to see what we get. Okay, so this workflow is complete, and let's see what we got. And this is our link, and let me just copy it, and you can just go to your browser and you can just paste it in.
And what we discover is that the pattern repeats, not by accident, but because the underlying principle demands it. Once you see it here on the board in the numbers, you'll start seeing it.
As you can see, it's like perfect, right? So it's very, I would say, professional, and basically I've tried the same workflow without this prompting technique. And okay, so the next workflow is the cameo workflow. Basically, using Sora 2, we can have celebrities featured in our videos, and in order to do that, we need to basically mention their usernames on the prompt. So here I've mentioned @Sam A, and Sam A basically is Sam Altman's username on Sora, and Jake Paul has his own username. I think Logan Paul has his own username, and you can basically use these usernames and basically have them featured in your videos. So basically I'm asking to have Sam Altman in my video, and he's explaining how basically gravity works. And as you remember in the previous video, we realized that the avatar, the main character in our video, was too slow. So maybe for this one I can ask it to be faster. Make sure that the video and the character are not too slow. Okay, normal speed. Okay, so that's basically my prompt, and I'm gonna save it, and then the rest of the workflow is essentially the same. So I'm just going to run it, and I'm going to connect with you once the workflow is completed. Okay, the workflow was successful. Let's see what we got. So just click on the module, grab your link, and paste it into your browser. Okay, we have Sam Altman.
Gravity pulls everything toward Earth. It's always pulling downward, no matter where you are.
Okay, so it definitely looks like Sam Altman, and also it's not as slow as what we previously had, but it's not.
Gravity pulls everything
like
toward Earth.
Normal.
It's always
I would
pulling
say
downward,
it's
no matter where
slow,
you
but
are.
not as slow as our previous version. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, if you got any value from it, please like and subscribe. And also, if you want to have all these workflows, you can just join my Discord channel, and I have provided the link to this workflow. Thank you very much and have a great day.